When you have a product that is customer-facing, there's a lot to think about in terms of how your users experience your product. So, for example, is the user sarcastic, and can the tutor detect it? And is the tutor sarcastic, and do the users like that? Indeed, it's very important for a tutor to have a personality. In fact, when I started ChickyTutor, I was quite inspired by the idea that a tutor that you have in school, the one that's memorable, is a tutor that is perhaps a little bit quirky, a little bit special. So you might remember a strict tutor, you might remember a friendly tutor, you might remember a cheeky tutor. So my top user this month, so that's since the start of the month, has 1,070 minutes registered with a tutor. The second is 1,046. That means about 16 to 20 hours of language classes in 20 days. I wonder how many of you here are doing language classes? I see a few. How many hours have you done so far this week?
This week, 2 hours.
2 hours. And how many hours have you done so far this month?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe 2-3 hours a week, 2.5, maybe 3 hours, 3 weeks this month. So
yeah. So that's right. So getting about 10 hours of speaking practice is extremely difficult because tutors are expensive and tutors are not always available. So having an AI language tutor, in many senses, is already superhuman. This is me practicing Dutch.
Now try this. I need to call the hotel to confirm the booking.
Ik moet hotel even bellen om de booking te reserveren. Te bevestigen.
Spot on correction. Ik moet het hotel even bellen om de booking te bevestigen. You nailed it. Ready for another? I am calling because I want to change my arrival date.
Ik bel omdat ik mijn... how do you say arrival?
Good start. The word for arrival is aankomst, and arrival date becomes aankomstdatum. Put that after mine and then add the verb for change at the end.
Ik bel omdat ik mijn aankomstdatum wil veranderen.
Perfect. Ik bel omdat ik mijn aankomstdatum wil veranderen. You absolutely nailed the that word order there.
Picks up my mistake. It switches between languages kind of fluently and is able to give me feedback on what I did wrong, is able to then personalize the next sentence and scaffold into something more complicated or a little bit easier for me to understand. So what's the future? I'll run you very briefly into what's the future. The future is that the teacher that you've seen, it has a face, it understands everything. We're not using speech to text, but it actually has this audio understanding so that it can pick up the tone of the user. The future will come with models that can interrupt you, speak over you, but also, very importantly, they will have this digital interactive whiteboard. They will be like a Claude code that's living in front of you. So you didn't understand this sentence. Here's a little exercise. And you will click on the exercise, an app that is generative UX, and it was generated right in front of you, unique just for you, and maybe it's consistent if you like that. And then the tutor will be aware of those actions. So that's where the future is going. Generative, but first it will have to come to text. Chatbots are pushing us there, and then it will come to voice. And tutors will be there, giving you way more hours of speaking practice than we have today. And they will also be able to show you the future, so then they will reach beyond language learning. They will reach beyond any kind of school application. So that's the future of education, is the future of interacting with devices. And we will have all the interfaces, text, voice, audio, visual at the same time. Thank you.
Thank you, Phanos.